There's so much being said around the Lions series 2 years from now. There's a huge amount of footy to be played in Australia over the next 10 years, and culminating essentially with the start of that Lions series. And there's a lot of chat that is pretty much a done deal that Brizzy probably won't actually have one of the tests. Sydney and Melbourne already locked in from long-term government deals, but Brizzy's probably not going to get one of the test matches.
Well, it's absolutely gutting, isn't it? I mean, as a Brisbane person and someone who's grown up here, you know what I mean? It's synonymous with the Lions series and having them here. So it's obviously devastating for the state, but at the same time, it's wonderful to, you know, if it is South Australia or WA, whichever it is, it's wonderful for those two to have the opportunity to host it.
I mean, what do you do, Das? I mean, like, look, the Lions tour, no matter which way you skin it, there's plenty of football to be played. So they are going to go to emerging markets anyway. You know, Townsville, South Australia probably would have got one. WA definitely, all this sort of stuff. So do you take away from what is arguably the second, if not the strongest rugby playing state in Australia, one of the biggest opportunities to host a major showpiece event, to go to another state when they're probably going to get a bit of love anyway? Or do you think it is a great opportunity for WA or South Australia?
Well, it obviously is that, but you just got to remember the last Lions tour, the amount of effort that the Queensland government, Brisbane went to, where they re-levelled the whole of the Gabba, just so they could play that game at the Gabba in Brisbane, because were they
2001
Suncorp at the time? Or
2001, yeah, it was still getting
like the amount of effort, and that was a packed crowd. That was just
I was there.
The
It
whole
was
city.
awesome.
Yeah.
It was when I first heard the bullshit chant, and I was like, and it's like, what are they saying? And my brother and I are like, pretty sure they're saying bullshit. This is cool as.
How good's rugby?
Yeah. And then I think another kid was like, Dad, what are they saying? He's like, oh, they're just upset. It's all good. But like, it was absolutely awesome. Like, you think about what Lions tests have meant to Brizzy. That 2001 match, I think that was the first one of the series, and the Lions went up. Brian O'Driscoll played the house down in 2013 or whatever it was. That was, I think it was Izzy Folau's debut. 2 tries on debut. Everyone was just shitting their pants over just how good it was. So, like, there's a pretty storied history in regards to Lions tests in Brisbane, and like it would be there. It's said that it's about $1 million is the difference between going with WA or South Australia and Brisbane. I mean, can you afford to turn that away, Dal? If you're Rugby Australia, can you afford to?
Probably not.
But when you look at what's coming up, like, sometimes the bigger picture is outside of the monetary value, you know, but you know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. Maybe they're looking at it from a perspective of the Lions are going to play the Reds. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
but
there's that opportunity to fill the stadium, obviously. Have that.
Could you not have taken that up to Townsville then?
Yeah, you probably could
I
have.
think Atco wrote an article the other day just outlining it. Queensland has a high number of rugby players over rugby league players. Like, probably the only state in Australia, or rugby league versus rugby union state in Australia, that can argue that they can do so. And to be able to give Townsville Reds versus Lions and then have everybody come back for a Lions test at Suncorp, like, I don't know. It could be a huge missed opportunity, but then again, $1 million is $1 million, and grow the game in WA where it's pretty strong is pretty good. So, I don't know.
Yeah. Mate,
I think we're biased because
we are biased.
I just want to get the Lions game at Suncorp would be sick.
To be honest, I would like to go to that game. You know, but yeah, it's one of those ones. It would be a giant shame, but then again, those emerging markets, it would be great to see that. But yeah.
Yeah. It's a tough one, but it'll be interesting to see what happens from that.